So let's start the leadership journey. So the self-leadership journey is based on 4 tenets. The first one is self-awareness. Who am I? Why do I do the things I do? What motivates me? What is it that gets onto my nerves? Why am I unable to complete these tasks and these projects effectively? Then we move to self-acceptance. Okay, so this is who I am. Let me accept this is who I am, but let me be aware that from self-acceptance comes the energy to start shifting some of the things that I need to improve in. So hopefully we can't be the kind of managers and leaders who say, this is how I am, this is how I'll die, because this is how I have always been. Hopefully you can move from self-awareness to self-acceptance to self-compassion, which is the ability to recognize your own faults, suffering, and pain, and to actually pick the lessons from the failings that you've experienced in your life. And guess what? Once you go through self-acceptance, self-compassion, you're then ready to self-manage, which is the ability to control and manage your thoughts, emotions, and actions so as to stay focused on your goals and not stray away from them. And ultimately, if those goals are based on the right things, at the end of the day, you truly become a leader. So Lao Tzu said, mastering yourself is true power. Do you want to be powerful? Then let's start the ability to master yourself. Now, mastering yourself has everything to do with the mindset. And the whole idea of the mindset is how you view life. The lenses through which you process what's happening. What happened this week? What happened this month? What happened this year? How are your goals doing? Do you have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? Now, for us to truly change our environment in the bank, in the community, in the family, in the society, Mahatma Gandhi said, you must be the change you wish to see. Are you already behaving in the way you would like others to behave? So let me just draw the whole map of how we are going. The first thing we're going to do is understand who you are. Then we're going to accept what we've been doing and challenge ourselves to grow. And then we're going to start working harder towards who we want to become. So those are the steps that we're going to take care of today. So let's start. What kind of mindset do you have? Do you have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? I'm sure many of us are saying we have a growth mindset. Let me clarify what a growth mindset actually means. Someone who has a growth mindset actually says, I can learn anything I want to. While the one with a fixed mindset says, I'm either good at it or I'm not. One with a growth mindset will always say, when I'm frustrated, I persevere, which is a habit of excellence. But the one with a fixed mindset says, when I'm frustrated, I give up. I've washed my hands off this. The one with a growth mindset wants to challenge himself. But the one with a fixed one says, I don't need any more challenge in my life. While the one with a growth mindset says, when I fail, I learn. In fact, there are no failures, there are only lessons. But the one who has a fixed mindset says, when I fail, it means I'm no good. The one with a growth mindset says, tell me I try hard. But the one with a fixed mindset says, tell me that I'm smart, which means they're fixed in where they are. The one with a growth mindset says, if you succeed, I'm inspired. But the one with a fixed mindset says, if you succeed, I feel threatened. Are you that kind of leader? Ultimately, you need to ask yourself, if you have a growth mindset, then you have the abilities to rise above everything that you are experiencing. But if you have a fixed mindset, it means that you are fixed in the situation you are in, which then translates into a victim mentality. So a growth mindset usually has a victor mentality, an abundance mentality, while a fixed mindset usually thrives in a space of scarcity, a scarcity mentality, victim mentality. So how do you move? What if you actually have a fixed mindset? And I know this may be uncomfortable for many of us. Maybe you're asking yourself, how can I move from a fixed mindset to start inculcating a growth mindset? Let me share with you a couple of ideas. So if you have a fixed mindset, you might be saying to yourself, I'm not good at this. Try thinking, what am I missing? Open your mind to exploring the possibilities. Fixed people have this mentality of saying, I give up. I encourage you to think about, what if I use a different strategy, alternative solutions? If currently you keep saying it's good enough, maybe it's time to start asking, is this really my best work? Is it the kind of work that if my children, grandchildren came to see, they would say, she or he actually gave their best to this job? Maybe I keep saying this is too hard. Maybe it's time to ask yourself, this may take some time. That way you start building the growth mindset. What if you just made a mistake? You just made an error, committed a mistake that is larger than life. Instead of saying, I made a mistake and I'm not good enough, I ask you to start thinking, mistakes help me to learn. What if you've been saying, I just can't do this? Many people struggle with finance, and we'll be talking about personal financial management soon. And you keep saying, I can't balance my accounts. Instead of saying, I just can't do this, how about shifting your mindset to say, I'm going to train my brain to develop this skill? What about if you've always been told, I'll never be that smart? I encourage you to start asking yourself, how can I learn how to do this? Then maybe many of us say, plan A didn't work. How many letters are there in the alphabet? 26. So you can have plan B, C, D, E, F, all the way to Z. That's a growth mindset. Ultimately, those with a fixed mindset say, those people can do this. But if you're trying to get a growth mindset, I encourage you to shift the lens and say, I can learn from them. So there are a couple of ideas around how to navigate from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, which is a critical pillar for effective leadership and management.